Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of Techopolis 3. I'm your host, Katiana. We are back. It has been an eternity since I have been able to stream. I went on vacation. I got sick. Grinch got sick. It's been a journey. But I have finally stopped coughing for the most part. I am feeling better. I think we can finally return to the world of Techopolis 3. And I can share with you what has happened in the past 3 weeks. Because while I have not been able to stream, I have been able to play. And there is a whole bunch of improvements and advancements in our world that I have to show you. So hopefully the volume is okay. Someone will have to let me know if they can't hear me very well. I can turn up the volume if the microphone is a little too quiet, or if game noises need to be improved. You'll just have to let me know. But let's get started. Here we are in our starter base. And there are a few additions here that we have to share. Now, I'll have to remember where I left off streaming versus after streaming. um, we had been working on trying to automate more of the processes as we move into the higher tiers. And I've been using excessively these BBL routers. They are amazing. They will wirelessly send stuff shooting all over the place. And if I pull my little connector down here, you can see all the little lines of things flying here, there, and everywhere. And because of those, I have stuff flying in here. Currently, we're a little short of flint. But this fills up, it generates the basic Technium ingot. It will fly both over to our storage system as well as over here to the advanced. Now the advanced has stuff filling in. The only thing I didn't automate is those lovely crystals. Those lovely crystals are a pain to make. So what I've been doing is I've been batch crafting those. So what I do is I come over here and I grab myself a chunk of lead blocks. And then I run over here and I climb up the scaffolding. And I come over here and I drop them on here. Boop. One drop converts the lead blocks into lapis lazuli. I give this just a moment or two to start refilling. Man, that did not work. Why did that not work? No, because you're out of power. I speculated that this was going to need to move, and it looks like the time is now. So we are going to grab this, and we're going to find a new home for you somewhere where there is actual power, which I actually have power right here. So let's set this up, and if I put you, let's see, I can't put it here because you have a spacing issue with that router, so I have to put it here, like there. Yes, but now where is my circle? You're right there. I need to rotate you. You don't want to rotate. No, of course you don't. Turn you around this way. Go. There you go. Okay, and then we'll put this down right there. Oh no, I can't put it there either because, okay. One more time. I need to have it facing this direction so I can put the... There we go. And then we can do this. Lovely. Okay. So then I can come over, You got a sneak peek at all the stuff that was over there because I had to do this. So then these can just get dumped in here. Do. Those will feed into here. And then all of these will gradually fill in and generate our advanced ingots. Those will go whoosh over to storage over there, as well as other places that we will see as we continue the tour. So over here we have new machines. We have got an industrial squeezer, and we have a bottling machine, and we have an arc furnace. We got the arc furnace. The squeezer over here was used to make the graphite electrodes, which so far I have not had to use this machine too terribly much. So that's why the electrodes are only a tiny, tiny bit used. It's quite a journey to go through and make those, but it gets the job done. Nothing else changed so far over here. We have our redstone production here, which is our double blast furnaces. I have made a couple of improvements and changes here as far as some speed upgrades and things. I added for our charcoal production, silly, silly me, I found that we did not have, in our cloche, we didn't have any speed upgrades. No wonder I was always running out of charcoal. So I went ahead and added a second one. So we have two cloches with speed upgrades producing what we need to make charcoal. And we are still always out of charcoal because we are using it and moving it so many different places. You can again see the little lines as it runs all over the place to different places where we need charcoal for fuel and for production. So the starter base is still very, very busy. Lots of things going on here. You can see we have lava moving around. We have creosote moving around. We have got our molten obsidian moving around. Over here, we have got all of our little baby smelteries that we set up where we are doing our ore productions. We've got nickel, we've got silver, we've got lead, we've got tin, we've got, iron, we've got aluminum. Then over here, we started the round 2. We've got stone. That was for stone gears. We have got gold, which I'll show you our gold production here in a minute. We've got osmium. I'm working on it. And then here we have a diamond. Diamond. And then this big monstrosity here, the big multi-block is where we have copper because we have blocks and ingots and rods and gears. So we have a lot of different things we needed copper for, so I went ahead and made the multi-block. I have got, for the most part, blocks of things being stored, and then I have got blocks of gold, I've got sky stone, I've got matter balls, and I've got fluorite blocks. And I think that's everything that's coming over from the mansion. I think that's all. Yes, I think that's all. That is sort of my bulk storage area, which I'm running from the mansion. So, Woodland Mansion number 1, because Grinch found a second one. and has cleared it out for me. But Woodland Mansion number 1, 4,017 meters away. So these things are not close together, but the routers have no problem shifting things around between them, which is glorious. So let's just start over in this room and work our way over. I think that'll be easiest. I need a drink. JC renewing his subscription. 52 months. Let's go. Thank you, JC. So this room here is our diamond production. So we have got a miner for cobblestone and for gravel. This is producing our purified water, which you can see the tank is currently empty because we are not producing it fast enough and we are using it now in multiple locations very, very quickly. This area here, we are producing the coal that goes into the purified coal blocks that make our diamonds. We've got diamonds. We need to be blocking these to go store as blocks of diamond, so we continue making diamonds. Haven't done that yet. It's on the to-do list. If you use hot water, it fits 1 to 10 millibuckets. If you use hot water, okay, it makes, okay, so there is an alternative recipe for purified water. I need to look at that. Yeah. I had been just using my original supply because I had an ultimate tank completely filled with purified water because my diamond supply was backed up. And now I'm using that up. So yeah, we need to look at an alternative supply for that, obviously. This little production area here is for making silicon. So we have got a sand miner and it is feeding into this little setup here where we are using sand with hydrogen to make silicon. It's backed up. We've got a full 2 grand of silicon, which we're going to be using a bunch of that. And then we have our hydrogen and our oxygen. The oxygen feeds back over there. And then this machine over here is how we're making Certus. This has not been automated quite yet to get set up, and I'm running out of sides. So I've got like, because I've got the oxygen feeding in the back, and I've got this one side left, and I'm like, I've got to either move machines around or do something, but I'm a little crammed in how we've got things set up here. So this middle room here, this was sort of my starter room. This is where I had my first machines as I was working my way through the quest line. And this is where we have our power supply. So we are backed up on our biofuel, and we currently have one biogenerator there, and we have one biogenerator there. Those 2 biogenerators are providing us all of our power. The power then feeds into our quantum entangleporters, and that is then getting bounced around to various areas of the base, either with other entangleporters or through the routers, because routers can also move power. So we're moving it around in a few different ways besides spaghettis of power cables, which we also have quite a few of those. But we're also moving power through the entangleporters wirelessly from the power gen. I can add more biogenerators along this cable and connect them to here to get their biofuel from the barrel there. So haven't needed to yet. So far, power has not been an issue. Okay, so craziness room number 1. So when last we left off, we were at the pure chapter, right? I have finished teleporting dimensional ores and almost all of Elite Technium behind your backs because I was working on it during my vacation and while I was sick, and I felt well enough to play, but I did not feel well enough to stream, and I needed things to do when I was sick because otherwise it was like sleep. eh, Yeah. So we have a bunch of stuff to catch you up on, some of which I have gone back and done things to automate what we have already done here. So a lot of these originally had been done in our little starter room here, where I was just manually doing things in the first inscriber. In this room, I have set them up either to automatically be done through routers. So for example, I've got infused alloy is being fed through a router to just fill with enriched redstone and copper ingots, and I have now got a complete barrel filled with infused alloy, all the infused alloy I could need. We're good there. And then here we have got, oh, no, those were not supposed to be there. This is supposed to be bringing in the things to make calculation circuits. Drops them in there. This one brings in the stuff to make the printed calculation circuits. I think I was using this since it was already pre-filled for 2 of them to make some of the other ones, which is why it's currently not pulling these. That would explain that. And some of my signs are not right because I was changing some things around. I've got printed silicon happening here, so I've got all the printed silicon we need. Then I've got the basic control circuit is lead, osmium, and redstone dust. So I drop them in here, they come out over here. So I just drop a stack at a time of each of those. The osmium can get pulled from there. So the osmium is already pre-filled. I only need to fill in the other 2. This one, nothing is pre-filled, but I can see I need advanced tech, advanced control circuit, and reinforced alloy. They go in here, they go in here. So I'm batch crafting some of them, and others of them I am auto crafting. I did it that way deliberately because there were some things where I had all the materials, not a problem. I have plenty of redstone, I have plenty of copper. I knew I could fill an entire barrel of infused alloy, not a problem. I couldn't do this with this one because this uses diamond, and I had a very small amount of diamond at the time, so I just wanted to make a little bit of diamond, or a little bit of these, and not use all my diamond up because I knew I was going to need diamond for other things. So this setup here is all at the top. So these machines here, this one here, into here is making the osmium. I am missing the research crafter that makes these. That is located back at our starter base. I have an extra research crafter that I could move here that has the aluminum dust get put into it to make these, and then that would start the entire process because aluminum dust also needs to go into here. So then I just have to have an aluminum dust process being done automatically to make the aluminum dust, feed it into that, and that creates these, and that creates the entire process that I can then have an entire full thing of osmium. Right now, again, this is one that I'm just batch crafting. So most of these is a combination of batch crafting and auto crafting to have a full barrel of. So we've got everything basically along the lines of that chapter going along this wall. Oops. Hello. Wrapping around this wall, we've got reinforced alloy, our refined obsidian dust, and this keeps going along here. The dimensional dust, atomic alloy, it just keeps going all the way to the end of the wall. And then we have our alloy kiln. This actually gets used for multiple things. I have not yet made multiples of these so that each one can be dedicated to the one item. So this can be used to make the obsidiglow ingots. It can be used to make the oh, of course I don't have any on me at the moment. I'll just do this. Use the reinforced machine casing, which we need for the next step of multi-blocks. You can be using it to make supercoolant, which we haven't needed that yet. Bronze could be used for bronze. I have it making bronze back at the starter base. It's used for making the molten obsidian. I have one of them making molten obsidian back at the base. But for example, I could have one of them making the obsidiglow ingots. I could have one of them making me the reinforced machine casings. So there's two, but so far I've been able to just go back and forth for those two purposes rather than making two of them. I've just been flipping back and forth as needed without a problem. It's that old habit of mine. Instead of investing the resources, I just flip back and forth, and I've so far been okay with that. So this is the start of multi-block hell, where things start getting a little crazy. This is the dimensional infuser. So again, this is one that does a lot of different things. We started using it by inserting in compressed stone, and that compressed stone makes this blank stone ore. And then this is used in a combiner with 12 of whatever dust you want to make a ore. Then those ores get put back into the dimensional infuser at a quantity of 32 to make a dimensional insert name of ore. It's extremely tedious, I'm not going to lie. It was not a lot of fun. But we worked our way through that process and was able to make that gold. Gold! This is our dimensional ore extractor. We are using that to make gold. The gold then goes through the regular mechanism process for processing. So we're taking the dimensional gold ore with sulfuric acid to make dirty gold slurry. The dirty gold slurry gets processed with our purifying water. Then that gets made into clean gold slurry that comes over here. That is going to be made into a... You're up to 17 of them now. Oh my gosh, a gold crystal. The gold crystal comes over here. It gets made with hydrogen chloride. And then that is a gold shard. The gold shard comes over here with enriched flint in a purification chamber. That is going to get made into a gold clump. The gold clump comes over here. It gets crushed. That's going to get crushed into, there's max, and there is district, 50 months. Oh my goodness gracious. Then that comes over here to the enrichment chamber. That goes squishy, squishy, squishy into gold dust. The gold dust goes into the energized smelter where it goes cook, 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 and turns into an ingot. And then the ingot comes over here and it is going to get turned into a gold block. The gold block goes zing magically through the air into my bulk storage system. So this whole thing is how I'm making gold blocks. And needless to say, it is making this faster than I'm processing it. So I have gold for days. Gold for days. I just have not processed it fast enough. So currently the slowpoke part is my purifying water, which JC just gave me the tip that I can do a better option for purifying water. Yes, and none of these have the upgrades in them. So all of these need the upgrades. My plan was get it working and come back and do the upgrades after it's working. Hadn't gotten to that next stage yet. The salt slash hydrogen chloride is being made over here. So I've got hydrogen chloride being made over here with brine being broken into sodium and chlorine and hydrogen and oxygen being broken by water and getting mixed in a chemical infuser to make hydrogen chloride. I also have salt being thrown over from my redstone production. I originally thought the redstone production was going to give me enough, but salt is extremely inefficient as a way of getting hydrogen chloride. So we went over to this method instead. And so none of these machines have anything to do with this machine. I'm just piggybacking on the power line because I have the quantum entangleporter there, and so I can just run these machines off of the power line. And so that's all these machines here are doing that. And since I need the hydrogen from this for that, the oxygen from that I'm using over here with my matter balls to make prismarine crystals. And I also need matter balls to make prismarine shards. Have no idea if I actually need too many of both of those, but it was in the quest line, so we set them up. They're there. We've got them. And then here is the beautiful machine that makes us our elite Technium ingots. That gives us a total of 4. I have 3 ingots and I have 9 nuggets. We are up to 4. Now this is a big boy machine. It has Fluix blocks in it. It has got these not so mysterious cubes in the floor, a crafting unit. It's kind of cool, not gonna lie. You can see I'm actually on my 3rd barrel. So I've got that one's full, that one's mostly full. This is the 3rd one that's full. So rather than routing any more ore over here, I just dumped a bunch in a barrel and am feeding it over to here. But I have one importer and it's just feeding all of the items and the fluid over to here. And it works great. Great, 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 great. So I think I only have the block of black quartz is the one piece I don't have automated. This makes skystone and it makes the black quartz. So I had this running to make me skystone to where I have a full drawer of it. Now I can convert it to make the black quartz and then change my routers to move around where things are going, and then we should be right as rain and start having production of these. I just need to change that the sky stone is not coming from there, it's coming from the drawer. And then the setup for the black quartz will be a crafter combining the black quartz that comes out of there into a block and then send it over here. And then we will have the elite all automated, which makes me very, very happy. Indeed. Indeed. Then over here, this mess, and it is most definitely a mess, is our thermal evaporation block multi-blocks. And so we have got water coming from a pump down here, which also is filling a tank here, which is my water to be pumped around to various places around the base. It's also making my matter balls, which is out of this matter condenser, and I've got plenty of matter balls. So that goes into this tank and it is making hot water. Then the hot water comes over here and makes the brine. And the brine is actually getting used in multiple places, so that's why this tank here is pretty close to empty. The brine gets pulled over to here, which you can see this tank is really full. So the fact that I've got that tank over there pretty empty, it's not interrupting the lithium production really at all. It's doing fine. So we've got lithium over here and we've got sulfuric acid over here. So those two are doing just fine. We have got lithium dust here. I believe this is currently turned off. But once this starts getting down to that second row, I can turn it back on. And then this is my sulfur production. It's currently turned off because I need the sulfuric acid, but I can turn it back on when I find I need more sulfur. So that takes care of that side of the room. And then here I have my fluorite dust getting turned into blocks. I've got dust getting turned into fluorite, stacking up here, getting turned into blocks, and then getting sent over to my bulk storage. And that transformation is happening up here on the second floor in this multi-block. And sure enough, that's all backed up. And then Grinch went around and he found all of the secret spaces and empty rooms and things that were hidden in the Woodland Mansion and broke them open for me. So that way I have as much possible space, both upstairs and downstairs as possible, which is, very good to have because the factory must grow, as everyone keeps telling me. So I've added more of these flight blocks so that we have flight scattered um, pretty, not, I don't think we have it necessarily covering the entire space of the Woodland Mansion yet, but at least a good part of it. Yeah, I had a good supply of gold using our alternative method that we found, the gilded blackstone from the meteors. We had a good amount of that, so I was able to do upgrades in some of my early machines. I did try to hoard it, and use it only when I felt I really, really needed to, because I didn't want to run out and find, oh, I really need it now and I don't have it, until I got my gold production up. And my gold is currently up to 465 blocks, which I am happy with that. We've got 77,000 redstone, also happy with that. We got 10,000 lead blocks, 26,000 tin, 131,000 copper ingots, 131,000 copper rods, 83,000 silver plate, 33,000 copper gears. I definitely need to get some upgrades in the aluminum blocks, the nickel blocks, the silver blocks, the sky stone. So we can definitely keep growing those supplies because we're going to need more of those. I've got nickel rods for days. So much stuff. So much stuff. I'm surprised there's only one diamond plate there. Oh, I think I know why. I think I set that up manually just to get it set up, and I may not have finished routing everything yet. That actually may be full. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I've got a lot of copper, but 271 basic Technium ingots, I'm happy with that. That's not a lot of advanced. There's more advanced sitting over in the elite machine, though, because the production of advanced is split between the elite machine and bulk storage. So I know I have more of those as I need them, so that's okay. So that takes us through basically all of the things I had to do for this chapter and this chapter. Oh, I have an ME controller and it's sitting in a barrel. Now, in my defense, it is sitting in a barrel because I don't know where to put it. No, no, I haven't put it out in the world and started building the AE2 system because I don't know where to put it. Because like once I put it down, then I have to start building the AE2 system, which is intimidating as hell. I am not fluent in the world of AE2 at all with building all of the crafting components, and yes, I know I'm probably going to need more than one. Although, reminder, I did do a mod pack using a single controller for AE2, which broke district, but I did do it. Um, but I need to figure out where to set up this ME2 system or AE2 system so that I put the ME controllers in the right place that makes the most sense. Um, so I'm like, I've got there's some good rooms here in the second floor that I can finish demolishing. So like take the stairs, or I mean I could leave the stairs for the second floor in here, I suppose. And we have no game sounds. Why do we have no game sounds? Because I had the game sounds off. Well, that explains that. Um, I didn't even notice that I couldn't hear my footsteps until I tried to open that chest. That was funny. Um, so could use this room. Do stuff on the second floor and access it with the ladder. Just the farther I get away from the machines, the more cable I've got to run. Which, goodness knows, I would just don't want to run a bazillion things of cable, but I mean, I know I'm going to have to, obviously. But it should just be a matter of punching a hole through the ceiling and running it down, right? But I could set up like the controllers could be set up in here, and then like right next to it in this little room, I could start setting up all the crafting component pieces and things that I can never remember how those lovely things work that have to be the two blocks paired together so that this thing has that thing to work together. Yeah, yeah. But I just want to show I do have it. I just haven't implemented it yet, but I do have it. I do have it. So the only thing we have left in this chapter are these last two. And I did save those to do on stream. But I'm gonna grab all my goodies, which is 44. I did 24. Yes, I need to do an improvement of my AE2 knowledge before we get to Monofactory. That is for sure. And like I said, it's not like I have no experience in AE2. I've done it before. It is just decidedly out of date. It has been a long time since I've done AE2. And I'm definitely not confident or comfortable in it at all. So even if I don't get any farther in this mod pack, because I mean the way District and JC are flying through here, the two of them are going to finish this before I do because they are so far ahead of me. I'm not sure how much farther they are ahead of me because I missed JC's stream today because I was out and about running errands. I think JC's in here somewhere, right? Are you on Hellish or are you on Lunar? You finished empowering. Where? Oh yeah, JC is way ahead of both of us. That's for sure. So where is empowering at? That is empowering is empowering. You're right here. So you finished empowering. So you're halfway through Hellish. So I'm a chapter and a half behind JC. Okay. All right. So I'm a chapter and a half behind JC. And District is somewhere in Ultimate. District has no power. District, why do you have no power? So I'm winning. Oh, I don't know about that. I only have 2 bio generators, and you have like 7. There's no reason for why you should have no power when you have like 7 more bio generators than I do. There's definitely something wrong there. But I'm thinking District, you're in the Ultimate chapter somewhere. So I think you're like just JC's here and District I think is somewhere in here. I think. So District is a little bit ahead of me and JC is a lot ahead of both of us. You haven't started Ultimate? No. So wait. You've done these two though, right? So if I get these two done, I'll have caught up to you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah, yeah. So if I can get these two done, I will have caught up. Epic happiness. I can pass district tonight. I need steel gears and diamond gears. Oop. But your automation as well. Oh yes, true, 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 true. No doubt about that. You have your AE2 system up and running and actually know what the hell to do with it. I've not. Not not even close. Not even close. I mean, I could spend the entire stream just doing upgrades. I'm so far behind in that department. And in just the last 2 days, I've managed to sell 3 sweaters. So it'll be back to knitting for me again. Again. This can be added to a controller multi-block to allow your controller to make alloys. Okay, so instead of adding it to my copper multi-block, I think I'm going to want to make a separate multi-block for purposes of making alloys. But that multi-block will then be able to make electrum, constantan, uh, electrum, constantan, lumium, signalium. That's 4 I can think of off the top of my head. I need to put that machine frame or a simple mixer, except there's no recipe for a simple mixer, of course. With 4,000 molten black brick in a solidifier. Okay, so if that's blocked here, if I put that in there, will it come into here? I need to see how much 1 ingot is. So I think 4,000. It didn't go there, did it? Why would you go there? Oh, dear God. Okay, fine. Okay, so it's 250. 1, 2, 3 gives me to 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 3,000. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 4,000. So that goes in there. And then that's going to go there. The rest of the black brick's going to go here. Sweet. And chapter. My sounder! My sounder! Do, do, do. I'm very disappointed I didn't get my sounder. I don't know why I didn't get my sounder. My game sounds are gone again. What the heck? Game. You heard the game sounder but not the chest? Yeah, I've lost game sounds. Epic sadness. Ah, give me my mixer back. Okay, let's leave the mixer here. We're definitely going to need to clear farther down this way, I think, so we can put up another multi-block. But that'll be great. We'll be able to get all of the... Oh, snap. It's time to look at reactor blocks. That's no fun. Okay, it's 8:30. I don't know if we really have time to start a new chapter, but I think we should probably finish the automation of our elite Technium. That to me seems like a priority so that we can get that flowing. So we have one day. Okay, so right now I need to get a exporter. Figured I was going to need more of these. Okay, so I'm going to grab these. All right, so now I'm going to do an exporter. Put those in there, and I need router. I'm going to need an item router. And we're going to grab a speed upgrade. And let's grab a round robin upgrade just in case we need it. Okay. We have to go touch the importer side first. The one aspect of these I don't like is the sequential nature of you have to do these things in order. Gets to be a little... All right, so we're going to... Okay, do this, put you there, and turn you back on. And we're going to change it so the sky stone is instead being fed from over here. Put you here, and go here, and here, and here, you there, and you. Okay. All right, now, oh, wait. I need another exporter, and I need another item upgrade, and I need another speed upgrade. Okay. Now we've got a multi-step process to switch that from producing skystone to producing black quartz. So first we need to get this producing. All right, so this is going to have an importer. You're going to be silicon. You are going to be importing silicon and importer. And then the exporter, you already have one in place. Item speed. Okay, so I can actually add a speed upgrade, so you'll just go a little bit faster and do this. Okay. Bulk storage. No. But I can go add them to bulk storage because I believe I have space for them. Okay. Let's put nickel dust there. let's put, oh, dang it. That's not what I wanted. Key out. I want that. Okay, that there. All right, now I should be able to put it into the bulk storage system from my second access panel. That should activate my silicon production again. Lovely. Okay. And oh, you're actually full. That minimizes how many I had on hand at least. All right, that keeps that producing. Lovely. Okay, so this is now producing Certus quartz, which is going to be in there. Now, that Certus quartz is what needs to get shot over to here. Okay, so we need to. All right, so this. This. And this. This will have to get cleaned up here. Okay, so I've got my. Lovely. Okay, so this is going to be my. Do my importer. It's going to be that. And that. I need to run all the way back over here. To here. You're gonna go. Did I remember the recipe wrong? That's right. Importer. Oh, item. Okay, that's going down. There we go. Okay, now we're making black quartz. Now this... No. I do not have stone or compressed stone included in there, so I'm going to have to... run this back, but I don't want to put it in my storage system. I want to put it back in storage here. Not there, not there. This, this. Power fix, good deal. Okay, so then the regular stone is going to go in here. The cloches weren't keeping up. Oh, that'll do it. I have to go empty the crafter so I can change it from decompressing stone to processing the black quartz into blocks. So have our that there and do that. And then this recipe this is now going to be a block of black quartz. Here, apply. And welcome back, JC. I got to clean this up. One of the downsides of manually switching machines back and forth from functionality is cleaning out the old to switch it over to something different. Okay, so do 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 and do and do. But now that stone should get reallocated out to the various processes that are using stone, which is good. This and this. Alright, so now we can do this and do beep beep. that's going to go in there. That produces my block of black quartz. Now we can come over here. Here. We're going to have our block of black quartz here. And this is going to be importer. Go over to here. And we're going to put it on this side. Here. Block of black quartz. And we got 2 item upgrade 2s. And we'll put an item upgrade slot there. So that should move them over as fast as they come in, I think. And then that should move them over to here. And we're making a lead spoon. Now our slow point is going to be the purifying water. All right, we need to add a drawer so we can start storing these in our bulk storage until we get to ultimate, whenever that possibly might be. Do I have any drawer cores? I do have a drawer upgrade template, which I should get. Really? I'm missing sticks? Sticks, of all things. Sticks. Really? Really? Yep, yep. Find the diamond one again. And no, go there. Go there. Okay. Who wants an upgrade? 10 iron. Do you have upgrades yet? You do. Okay. Lead does. Silver does. Nickel does. Lead ingots does not. Ooh, actually. No, no, that's fine. We'll leave it there. That's fine. Okay, I need drawer. I think it's planks with the drawer. Not drawer controller, drawer blueprint. So put drawer in there, planks in there, put you in there, put the rest of the stone away. Stone, 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 and more compressed stone. All right. These. those. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 more of these. Now, the quirky thing about these is once I've put one on top, I can't stack that way anymore. So we're going to have to do like one here, and then we could do one there. And I can't stack 2 there, but I could put 1 there, and then I could do 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Got to get creative. Yep. There we go. All right, so let's take do 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 do. Lovely. Okay, so I have to lock my new drawers. So we'll do doot doot doot. And the new drawers are all locked. Excellent. That means they're all connected to the controller properly. And then we'll take our 3 ingots that we have, and we're going to, let's put them in that one. Perfect. And then, okay, so this needs a importer. So we need an importer. And I need router, item, round robin, on the off chance we're going to need them. Eventually, someday, we're going to need to round robin it to the ultimate. And we'll put a speed upgrade. Okay. So it may be a while before we need to be exporting these. So we'll put the importer on the back. And okay. And by getting these routed that way, we'll be able to see them in our storage system from the mansion, which is great. Do. All right, so we're going to put the exporter on top. It's going to be one of these. Item, round robin, speed upgrade, and boot. I have 3 on me. And the 2 that were in there have transported over, so we are up to 5. Yes, we have made a total of 6. And that process is now completely automated. Awesome. That makes me excited. We have now unlocked Elite Research. What new things can we do now? Elite Speed Curio, so we can go faster. elite research crafter, so we can do research faster. Loving that idea. A miner certificate. What does that mean? Unlocks FTB Ultimine. The Warp Stone. Loving the idea of that. Ender Teleportation Core. Yeah, well, I probably can't make either one of those until I get Ender stuff unlocked, I'm guessing. Elevator Blueprint. Oh, I love me some elevators. Unbreakable Electrodes. Oh, oh, hell yeah. Oh, we really would like to have those before my first set of electrodes break. And then, of course, the elite miners. Mm. Mm. Okay, that's not too bad. 16 plus 2 teleportation cores. I can make teleportation cores. That's not too bad. What is a warp stone? It's only a teleportation core. I can totally do that. Oh, we can have warp stones. I mean, albeit we have put waystones down in exactly where we need them, so warp stones aren't as critical as. But when Grunch is like out running around exploring, to be able to give him a warp stone so he can just teleport himself home. Oh, loving that. Okay, how about the elevators? Because, I love me elevators. 32 wool. Okay. Do I have wool? Wool. Used to create elevators to. Yeah, I know what they are. And it's only a teleportation core again. Okay. It just takes the place of the Ender Eye in an elevator recipe. I'm so happy. Now, Grinch did make a ladder that goes up through the second floor and to the roof, where, of course, it is raining. And what the hell is that? It is not the chunk overlay. What is with the funky border? Oh, the flight border. I have the flight border on. Gotcha. I don't know if I had been in a place to see it on before. Anyway, so he made a ladder all the way up here to the third floor roof. So we've got this little top area here. Click, right click the one near the middle of that box to turn it off. Can do that. This ladder takes us all the way to the roof. So we have the roof. Yeah, apparently this particular one of my flight things has its view on. I must have had it on when I was setting it and didn't realize I'd left it on, which is entirely possible. So Grinch had come through and done a pretty good job of cleaning out the contents of rooms. So we have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of workspace. And like I can come through now and like knock out the walls and make like great big giant rooms, which is going to be freaking awesome because, you know, reactors, things reactors need, lots of freaking space. Or like, here's the back roof. The back roof is like really, really tall, and we have a chicken. Not sure why we have a chicken. Oh, thank you for sleeping. But we have a chicken. The chickens in this pack are very weird. They do not have normal pathing. They just spawn and stand. Yes, I believe we noticed that before too. And then here we are back on the second floor. And that takes us down to here. Which, you know, in a way is good. It is a little weird, but yes. I mean, you don't need the extra pathing. But we do need the eggs to get us started on the Easter egg stuff that we need for that quest line. But if I use this room here to start the crafting component space, there's space over here. I need to take this. I think this is the back of the staircase. Yeah, that's the back of the staircase, so I don't want to take that out. I mean, we don't really need a support beam, so I mean, I could, but I probably should. Okay, we'll drop a torch in the corners here. So there's a couple little rooms there, but this big room might be good for setting up the ME controller because it'd give me lots of space for doing various connections and things. But then we have another one of these big wide areas. I could take these center pillars out to make this just a big open area. Um, there's a sunbeam shadow light ray beam thing coming in through the window. That's so cool. I just love little effects like that. These shaders are just so cool. Here's the back end of this room. We're back down on the first floor now. Oh, Grinch renewing his subscription. Thank you, dear. We have a ton of chicken eggs back when I'm ready for them. Yes. So that is for this Easter egg challenge thing, which we need Easter eggs for things later on in the pack. So we have the eggs, we are ready to go, and we're ready to start that lovely thing. And we're also going to need milk for chocolate. We have our milker, and we did capture some cows and lead them back. So we've got that. It's like we have it ready. We just haven't done anything with it yet, but we have it ready. But I figure I could totally turn like part of the third floor. Look at that sunbeam. Look at that sunbeam. It's so cool. Yes, I'm easily distracted. Squirrel. Um, could easily turn the third floor into like a chocolate factory. I could I could totally see that. Um, but if we set up the elevators, man, that would make things getting up and down so much easier. The elevators in our previous playthrough, being able to bounce up and down between the floors, just made things so much easier. So much easier, for sure. How are we doing now? We're still at 5, which I'm guessing it is the purified water we're having trouble with. Do 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 do. Right, because it's all the. Yeah, because it takes 8,000 of the purifying water. Okay, so we need to look at the alternative sources of purifying water. So hot water, JC said, let's take a look at purifying water here. If I put hot water, okay, so 2 millibuckets of water into purifying water is a 2-to-1 per tick. It's a 1-to-10. So hot water is much better. Okay. So I've got tons of water in here being made into, yeah, like tons better. So I've got tons and tons of water in here. It's making hot water. Hot water is currently going into here. What if... Okay. Let me see about getting a tank to divert some of that hot water into a side tank. Because I don't want to build 2 more thermals if I could avoid it. Because that would be a pain. You're maxing out 8 at the moment? Dear God. You have 13 towers? I have little baby towers. I mean babies. Teeny tiny towers. Itsy bitsy weenies. It's 4-to-1 on the normal water to hot. You have 8 towers just for sulfuric acid? Dear God. 8 towers at max height? Oh, I'm not finishing this pack. I'm, oh dear God. I'm so woefully. Oh my God. I just have the little baby towers. The little babies. You're up to 11 5x setups. I have one for gold. That's the only thing I've determined I need production on is gold. And you made your 12th today. Oh my lord. Well, I can see in the new quest line here we've got uranium. So I can see we've got dimensional uranium ore. So obviously this is going to be my second, is going to be uranium. So I'm going to have a uranium here, and it's going to work back this way, and it's going to have the same machines just going back the other direction. Oh my lord. All the ores that go into the tech ingots are going at 5x right now. Oh my god. I still got them going the other direction. I've got plenty. I mean, I just need to put some upgrades on these. Osmium would be another one that's good. I mean, I've got 26,000 tin blocks, 10,000 lead, 131,000 copper. Yeah, I can see. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should making more notes. I probably should set up an osmium 1 second, and then the uranium. You're up to JC. What are you going to do with 1,000,000 diamonds? All you're doing is storing them. Dear God. Buy the world. Well, I mean, true. I mean, there is that. Hopefully share them. I mean, there's that option. We do like shopping at J.C. Penney's. I don't know if I have any way of transporting that many around. My little traveler's backpacks would get very full very quickly. Put a wireless on his system. That's it. I just need to come put a router. You know, I haven't tested the range yet. I wonder if they would work. That's mean. I like it, but it's still mean. Okay. Okay. No, we're going to be serious now. Serious. Okay. So the hot water, we're going to put this on. Just pull from his whole network. He'll never know. Oh, we're so mean. All right, we'll put like that there. And then let's just get, where is, no, that's chemicals. Where is, it's not mean, it's thinking smarter and not working harder. Well, I mean, so you have unlimited things. Well, I mean, one of these days we're going to do what we did on our ATM 10 playthrough, and we're just going to be on one big team, and play a mod pack that way and just be team pack. And we'll just play as a team and have one universal storage system of universal resources, and we'll just play as a group. And it will be freaking amazing. And I don't have any pipes. There they are. Couldn't see them. We'll finish it in a week or two. No! We would not finish it in a week or two. Okay. I have now... Alright, let's do that. And then... Squishy, captive, me, oh yeah, yeah. Well, if we set limits, like, we can... No progress off stream. Yeah, but whose definition of off stream? Is it like when district streaming? When JC's streaming? Yeah, well, yes, this is very true. Now, I was on vacation and I was sick. I have an excuse for the most recent round of doing this. I admit guilt. And most of it is because I don't want to subject the viewers to me derping around on some of this stuff. I'm so bad. So bad. Okay, so now we have hot water. So now we should be able to take this hot water and think of the content. No, the content is not me being embarrassed by my derpage. That's not good content. That's embarrassment. We want that hot water to go in here instead of the other water. So we want to disconnect, oh wait, that, and then disconnect that. Alright, let's do that to clear the water out. Okay, then we'll okay. So now I'm gonna need this. How do I get that last little bit of water out so that the hot water will go in? Probably have to break it and replace it, I would guess. Alright, so let's go get another set of routers. And I have the fluid upgrade cards already, so that works out well. Alright, over here. Yep, I've got a advanced. I can put an elite one in now that I can make those. Alright, let's put these away in here. And we're going to get an exporter and an importer. Need to get, oop, second. I will look forward to having, oops, one system that has all of these things connected into them in one place. I will look forward to that when I get there. That will be nice. We're just not there quite yet. Okay, so then I need an importer, that, 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 that. Okay, so I've got the fluid upgrades already. I should grab a round robin. And then let's go ahead and grab speed upgrades so that we're doing it a little bit faster. And then let's grab steel and diamond. Steel and diamond. Can't believe I didn't even notice I didn't have game sounds. Okay, I'll run over here and grab one of those. Break those down. Here. It's going to be one of those, two of those, go room, room. Give me one of those. Put that away. Oh, cat. Yes, I know. I'm still making my gears by hand. I know. I know. It's coming. It's coming. I gotta put a wooden button at my front door. But I don't have a doorbell. No, I don't have a doorbell. And press it? A wooden button at my front door and press it. A wooden button at my front door and press it. It's not going to do anything. It's not connected to anything. Make one? Okay. I don't know if I have any wood. I don't have any wood. Just do it. Trust me. Okay, hang on. I don't have any wood. Uh, just a second. Let me find some wood to break. Just a second. Where's a room that has some wood to break? Wood. Wood. No, I know that, but I don't want to break wood that... Why are the cauldrons still here? I don't want to punch a hole in the wall that I want to keep. That's like good wood. I want to punch a hole in wood that I'm like not going to keep. I have strange chests just sitting around. Okay. This is wood I can use. Okay, here. Widen this doorway. And dark oak planks. Dark oak button. Okay. Gotta get back to the front door. Of course, now I don't have game sounds, so I don't know if it's going to do anything. Okay. Putting a button. Button. I didn't hear anything. Well, that sucks. Okay. It showed up on the sounds down on the right. What? Button clicks, doorbell rings. What? What? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hang on. Disconnect. Built-in doorbells? What? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I have game sounds. I'm gonna turn a couple things down so I don't get my ears blasted. Oh my god! Oh, that's the cutest flippin' thing ever. Ah! Built-in doorbells! I have no idea what you did to accidentally find that out today, but I love it. That's so cute. Built-in flippin' doorbells. I love it. Good job, game developer. I love it. Okay, so here we have our... You blew up baby TNT and accidentally got a doorbell. I love it. Okay, so... Oh, I'm going the wrong direction here. I need to go... See, I did it again. I went to the sending place instead of the receiving place first. Okay. To go to the receiving place first, which is going to be you. And you're going to receive hot water. Hot water and receiving. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, and over here. Don't land in the water. Okay, so this is going to go on top of here. And this is going to be hot water. We're going to put a fluid upgrade 2, a couple of 1s, a speed upgrade, a round robin should we need the hot water going to multiple places, and go. Okay, so now if we hop back over to this. So then you are going to be making the purifying water, which is going to go into here. You're also getting used by here for making diamonds. Okay. Oh, which I'm thinking... This is just a fluid 1. And you're full, so I can probably take... You probably don't need both a 2 and a 1. I can probably take that 1 and move it over to here. Okay, so take this out, take those out, so leave you at just a fluid upgrade 2. And then that is now backing up, which is great. Which I've now increased the flow of purifying water to other locations using purifying water, which should include over here. So that's getting like 300 at a time. Once it gets like completely full and backlogged, I can swap those out for a fluid 2 that actually moves a whole bucket at a time. There we go. And off it goes. Excellent. Up to 6. This is great. Now, this is still... Oh, look at that's getting used up fast. Oh. Power is now starting to be a problem. Now you are drawing your power. Oh, you're just a universal cable. I need to upgrade you. Hey. Up the ghost, you're no longer helping. Better? Better. Okay. Oxnay, that. Okay. That should get that going again. Still have that moving. This is full. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Doom, doom, doom. Great. Great, great, great. So we should definitely... I think we should probably tackle the elite research next before we tackle the reactors. We've done the purifying water, so I can take that off the list. Although it might not hurt to set up more machines to do purifying water. We might find we need more. One machine making purifying water may not be enough. May not be enough. Does that not go in the researcher? Use in the researcher. No, that's right. Researcher. Oh, you need power now. Well then. Hmm. Oh, what makes the most sense? That's not a power. It's just you that's requiring power. Oh. Hmm. on. You to you. Oh, because you need to have something supportive. Okay, hang on. Do this. There are more than one way to do this. That. Do that to that. And we do. Come on. Stop. Ugh, I keep trying to do raft things. I'm like, no, that's not what we want. That to that. Power! Woohoo! Okay. Like, no, not playing raft. Play raft tomorrow. Ooh! Well, goodness gracious, how much energy does that take? Oh! 1.6 million FE at 4,000 a tick when the machine only holds 100,000. Yeah, well, that's not going to work for power then, is it? This is going to take forever. Alright. Other option. That's not really an option either. That's a drop in the bucket. Although... energy and speed upgrades. And it should already be around Robin, I think. have to remember where I have energy being exported. I think I know. I think it's in the thermal multi-block room. Aha. Okay. I don't know if that's going to help or not. That's still a drop in the proverbial energy bucket. No, that helped. The bar's at least moving now. I'll take that. Bar moving, we'll definitely take that. It's going to take a long time to convert these into books. Oi, oi, oi. How bad is this one? Oh gosh. 32 plus 6 HOP graphite plates. Which is making 6 more dusts and sending it through with the creosote oil in my bottling machine. That would be worth it though. So I would need 6 of those to make the blueprint. Oh, and then you send the graphite through with the unbreakable blueprint and a thing of molten obsidian to make it unbreakable. Okay, that's not a high priority right now because my things are still at 97%, but we definitely want to do that before they're in danger of breaking. Like, for sure. Upgrading the miners. 8 advanced miners to make the blueprint, which means we need 8 basic miners to make 8 advanced miners to make the blueprint. And then to use the blueprint, you would put an advanced miner through to make it into an elite, which then we would be able to upgrade all 6 of these to increase production of our 6 base resources. I still have basic miners on, I think, all of because the basic miners are meeting my needs on those. But I did upgrade, I think I upgraded all of these to be advanced. So we'd want to upgrade those to be advanced at a minimum. This would be good to have to speed up the crafting. It takes 2 advanced researcher crafters to make the blueprint. And I think I just have I have 1 advanced research crafter in here, so I just need to make a second one of those. $24 with the sugar to make the next tier of curio speed. Okay. Now, well, hopefully, I wonder. I think those 2. I think those 2 can be taken off of force loading because I don't think I have those doing anything at the moment, which would free up 2 force loading things to go here. Oh, you're a saint. I wanted to make sure I had this. Oh, yay! Okay. Whew. I was pretty sure the stuff related to purifying water. I need to check to make sure these things were all chunk loaded. Oop. Now I can be sure they are. Thank you so much, District. I appreciate that so much. I don't know how Jam Megacycle is doing it, and just that little tiny space footprint that he's got going. I'm just like, I need space. I need to spread out. I know he's doing it all vertically, so he's got floor and floor or floor or floor or floor of stuff, but I'm like, nope, I need to be spread out. I need to be able to see everything and not have to be bouncing between floors to try and remember what floor things are on. I'll forget. Okay. Now, is this stuff back here? This is now... Yeah, this is now part of the... Chunk load those as well, because the routers won't work if they're not part of the base. We don't want the routers doing something they shouldn't. Okay. Well, I sold 3 sweaters in the past couple of days. So tomorrow I have to knit. So I won't get back to this research and working on upgrades and stuff for at least a couple of days. But we are now caught up on at least showing you what I have been working on and getting our turn-ins done. So that is good. So we've got all of this research that needs to be done, and that's going to provide us some great upgrades for the base. So the elite miners, the faster research, warp stones will be great, the elevators will be great, infinite graphite electrodes for our arc furnace for sure, ultiminer, that's going to be great. Ender storage unlocks ender storage. Ender chests and ender tanks. Ah! Those could be epically useful too. Ugh. So yeah, definitely need to get all of that research knocked out, and hopefully we'll keep getting our elite ingots coming in so we can get all of that research done. So it would be good to get the elite research finished and those items available to us. And then I've got osmium and uranium that we want to get the dimensional ore set up in place for them so that we have osmium and uranium production coming in. The uranium setup is already in the quest line for the next chapter, but the osmium is not. So maybe we will do osmium. I'll get osmium and set up before the next stream so that we have a lot of osmium. But those would be the things to work on before the next stream. I will knit as fast as I can to try and get back to being caught up, so hopefully we will be able to have stream more frequently than every 3 weeks. I will try. And hopefully we will not get sick again like we did and be able to have a stream more frequently than every 3 weeks because I missed you guys. It is definitely no fun not being able to stream. But having much fun, this mod pack is definitely challenging, and yes, I do need to get to work on that AE2 system. So, and I love the fact that I'm see-through. It's very funny that I'm see-through. I'm very glad I got to stream tonight too. My voice, yes, I do sound kind of nasally. I can tell that myself. And my nose is running a little bit. Oh, part of that's because it's like absolutely frigidly cold outside, and we were out and about in it today, and so I think that's triggered my sniffles. So, and I need to get up so we can play more Raft with District Spark and the rest of the pack tomorrow. It's our donor choice weekend. We have been playing Raft as a group, and I know District started the story just as I had to leave today. So, yay. Yes, you should go to bed too. We have more Raft adventures to continue tomorrow, and I'll be able to play for at least a little bit before it's time to get a Kumadori to work. So, we want to have you awake and on time tomorrow so we can continue our adventures through the story for the rest of our donor choice weekend. Have you decided if Raft is going to be a continuing game after this weekend? Because I think we're having a really good time. I certainly wouldn't mind playing it every once in a while to continue because it is. I mean, I think we need to finish the story. I mean, since you started the story, yeah. I'm not going to say no. I'm having fun. I'm definitely like getting to be really good at grilling shark steaks. That would be great. I would love that. Sounds like a plan. Okay, well then you and I should get to bed so we can go rafting tomorrow. And then I have to get to knitting and enjoy the NFL playoffs and try to stay warm because winter sucks a lot. So, thank you all so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. And we will be back soon for more Techopolis 3. Thank you to JC and District and Grinch for renewing your subs. I appreciate you supporting me, even though I have been not the most consistent of streamers as of late. We'll see if we can try and do better here in 2026. I will do my best. So, with that, I will be signing off. Catch you all next time. Bye, all.